The image is iconic, a figure in black, gliding through the night, sword on their back, vanishing without a trace. This mysterious silhouette has captured imaginations for centuries, inspiring countless stories and legends. The ninja, as we often picture them, seems almost supernatural, an unstoppable force moving silently through the darkness, always one step ahead of their enemies. This is the ninja of movies and comics, the unstoppable, mysterious assassin. Pop culture has painted them as shadowy warriors, capable of impossible feats, blending myth and reality until the two are nearly inseparable. But how much of this image is true, and how much is pure fantasy? But the real ninja, or shinobi, were not superhuman killers. They were ordinary people, in extraordinary times. They came from all walks of life, farmers, villagers, and even monks, forced by circumstance to adapt and survive in a world of constant conflict. Their true power lay in information warfare, not magic. They were experts at gathering secrets, spreading rumors and turning the tide of battle without ever drawing a sword. Their greatest weapons were intelligence, stealth, and the ability to remain unseen. They could infiltrate enemy camps, deliver messages, and manipulate events from the shadows. They survived through planning, patience, and adaptability, not constant combat. Every move was calculated, every risk weighed carefully because a single mistake could mean disaster. To understand them, we must look past the myth and into the rugged, war-torn landscape of feudal Japan. This was a world shaped by endless battles, shifting alliances, and the constant threat of invasion. The real ninja were spies, scouts, and saboteurs, masters of survival and deception. They used the land to their advantage, moving unseen through forests and mountains, always alert to danger. Their skills came from intense training and a deep understanding of human nature and their environment. From a young age, they learned to blend in, to read people, and to use every resource at their disposal. They used simple tools, clever disguises, and their wits to outmaneuver powerful enemies. Sometimes a handful of dust or a well-timed distraction was more effective than any weapon. By separating fact from fiction, we find not a comic book hero but a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. The true story of the ninja is one of adaptation, intelligence, and the will to survive against overwhelming odds. The shadow in the moonlight is compelling, but the real story is the person behind the mask, an ordinary individual who became extraordinary through courage, cunning, and determination. The story of the ninja, or shinobi, does not begin in the shadows of secret dojos or hidden mountain temples, as many legends suggest. Instead, it starts in the open, amidst the daily lives of ordinary people in rural Japan. Their origins are rooted in the chaos and violence of Japan's Sengoku, or Warring States period, a time when the country was torn apart by endless conflict, and power shifted constantly between rival warlords. With the land fractured and armies clashing for dominance, traditional samurai warfare was no longer enough. The daimyo, or feudal lords, realized they needed more than brute strength. They needed information, deception, and cunning to outmaneuver their enemies. This urgent demand for espionage, sabotage, and covert operations led to the rise of the shinobi, people who came from all walks of life, not just a privileged or noble class. Farmers, villagers, and even monks could become ninja, using their knowledge of the land and their resourcefulness to serve as spies, scouts, and saboteurs. The remote mountainous regions of Iga and Koga became legendary as ninja strongholds. Their natural isolation fostered a spirit of independence and allowed unique military skills to flourish, away from the watchful eyes of the ruling elite. Within these hidden communities, families and neighbors developed guerrilla tactics, passing down practical survival skills, stealth techniques, and the art of moving unseen through forests and mountains. Over generations, these skills became a way of life, blending seamlessly with the rhythms of rural existence. From a young age, aspiring shinobi learned to move silently, blend into their surroundings, and use simple tools for covert missions, skills that would serve them well in times of danger. Rather than forming a formal army, the ninja operated as a loose network of skilled agents for hire, loyal to their clan, their community, or sometimes simply to the highest bidder. Their expertise in stealth, deception, and unconventional warfare made them unpredictable and invaluable players in the great game of war, feared and respected by friend and foe alike. The rise of the ninja was not just a product of violence, but a direct response to the uncertainty and upheaval of their age, a testament to the adaptability and resilience of the human spirit in times of chaos. The ninjas' reputation as assassins is mostly myth. Their real value was in gathering intelligence. A successful shinobi infiltrated enemy territory, mapped castles, observed troop movements and returned undetected. Their information could win battles before swords were drawn. Reconnaissance, sabotage and psychological warfare were their specialties. They set fires, spread rumors and created confusion to weaken enemies from within. Ninjas also acted as bodyguards and counter-spies, protecting their own lords from infiltration. Their missions required adaptability, subtlety and teamwork, not just combat skills. A ninja's greatest weapon was their mind, and their ability to disappear in plain sight. The myth of the lone killer overshadows their true role as multi-talented intelligence operatives. Their legacy is one of strategy, not just stealth. The real ninja was a master of information, not just the blade. The all-black ninja suit? Pure theater. Real ninjas wore dark blues, browns, or grays, colors that blended into the night and crowds. Their clothing mimicked commoners, allowing them to vanish in plain sight. The black costume comes from kabuki theater, where stagehands dressed in black were invisible to the audience. Over time, this stage trick became mistaken for historical fact. The straight-bladed ninja sword? Another modern invention. Real shinobi used standard curved katanas or smaller concealable weapons. The idea of rigid ninja clans with colored belts is also a 20th century myth, borrowed from modern martial arts. The historical ninja was defined by practicality and deception, not fantasy gear. Their true disguise was blending in, not standing out. The real ninja's greatest tool was invisibility through normalcy. Forget magic. Ninjutsu was about practical skills, resourcefulness, and clever tools. The real ninja relied on their wits and training, not supernatural powers or fantasy weapons. Every move and every tool had a purpose, grounded in the realities of survival and espionage. Stealthy movement, or shinobi iri, meant walking silently, controlling breath, and using the environment for cover. Ninjas studied animal movements and practiced for hours to blend into shadows, making themselves nearly invisible in the wild or in villages. Ninjas adapted farming tools for covert work. The kama, a sickle, and the kunai, a trowel, doubled as weapons and utility tools. These everyday items could be carried openly without suspicion, allowing ninjas to move freely among common folk. Grappling hooks, spiked climbing aids, and wooden floats helped them scale walls or cross marshes, not walk on water, but to overcome real obstacles. These tools were simple, yet effective, designed for quick escapes and silent entries. Their gear was designed to look ordinary, hiding their true purpose. Disguised as farmers or travelers, ninjas could conceal their tools in plain sight, always ready for action without drawing attention. Ninjas carried powders for blinding enemies, smoke bombs for escape, and small explosives for distraction. These chemical tricks gave them precious seconds to vanish, or turn the tide in a dangerous situation. They were field engineers and chemists as much as warriors, constantly experimenting with new mixtures and devices. Their knowledge of chemistry and mechanics set them apart from ordinary fighters. Every tool had a practical use. Nothing was wasted on theatrics. Each item in their kit was chosen for its versatility and reliability, whether for climbing, digging, or self-defense. Their real power was improvisation and adaptation. Ninjas could turn sticks, rocks, or even scraps into useful tools, always thinking on their feet and making the most of their surroundings. The ninja's arsenal was built for survival, not spectacle. Their focus was on endurance, efficiency, and blending in, rather than flashy displays or mythical abilities. Their skills were honed through relentless practice, not mysticism. Training was constant, demanding, and practical, ensuring they were always prepared for any challenge. Ingenuity, discipline, and adaptability, not magic, defined the real shinobi. Their legend was built on skill, not illusion. Authentic ninja manuals reveal a surprising truth. The best ninja avoided combat entirely. Their highest goal was to complete missions unseen, using psychology, disguise, and deception. Shinobi mastered memory techniques, ciphers, and even coded messages with colored rice grains. They worked in coordinated teams, each member playing a specific role: diversion, infiltration, lookout. Their intelligence networks spanned all levels of society, from servants to merchants. The ninja's age didn't end with peace. Their skills were repurposed for security and intelligence under the Tokugawa shogunate. Famous ninjas like Hattori Hanzo became trusted commanders and guards. The Shinobi adapted to changing times, proving their value beyond the battlefield. Their legacy is one of adaptability and quiet influence. The world of the ninja included women, kunoichi, who excelled as spies and infiltrators. They used roles as servants or entertainers to access secrets men couldn't reach. Kunoichi mastered disguise, manipulation, and subtle weapons like hairpins or metal claws. Their missions highlight ninjutsu's core, using every advantage, including gender, for success. The line between ninja and samurai was often blurred. Many shinobi were lower-ranking samurai or ronin. Espionage was simply another way to serve a lord. Even great warlords like Tokugawa Ieyasu relied on ninja networks for power. Ninjutsu was a practical, respected tool in the samurai's arsenal. The real ninja world was diverse, pragmatic, and deeply intertwined with Japan's warrior class. The superhuman ninja of pop culture was born in Edo period stories and kabuki plays. Artists and writers gave them supernatural powers and iconic black costumes. In the 20th century, movies and comics exported this myth worldwide, sparking a ninja craze. The pop culture ninja is a fantasy of power, mystery, and rebellion. An instantly recognizable hero. While inaccurate, this image keeps the ninja legend alive and draws people to real Japanese history. Many discover the truth behind the myth through their fascination with the fantasy. The ninja's modern legend is a bridge between entertainment and education. The myth endures because it speaks to our love of the unseen and the underestimated. Even as historians reveal the truth, the shadow of the ninja continues to captivate. Today, the ninja is a global icon, but the real shinobi were skilled intelligence specialists who shaped Japan's history from the shadows. Their principles, stealth, adaptability, and psychological warfare, remain relevant in modern espionage. The ninja's legacy is one of ingenuity, resilience, and the power of knowledge over brute force. In Japan, ninja heritage is celebrated in museums and festivals, blending fact and legend for new generations. The ninja bridges Japan's feudal past and modern identity, inspiring pride and curiosity. Their story is about the underestimated, the unseen, and the triumph of wit over might. By unmasking the myth, we discover a richer, more human story, one even more remarkable than legend. The real ninja's shadow endures not as fantasy, but as a testament to human creativity and survival.